Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. DC's Crimes of Passion. This is the Valentine's Day special. Now, is this worth a $9.99 US cover price? Yeah, I'm going to say sure, because honestly, that's what the 80-page giants are going for nowadays. It's just a standard thing. It's actually got a real binding on the back instead of just the regular staples. This is a pretty good comic book, man. I enjoyed this. Nice and thick. You know, saying a bunch of good stuff. Kind of wishing that would have happened on the back, the whole Joker and Harley thing. That's beautiful, man. That is genuinely beautiful. This was just fun. Like, this does not happen in the book. I'm kind of glad it didn't. Like, I saw this and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Then you come to find out, like, oh, this is a story. It's by Tom King. And it's literally Batman. He's not saying Catwoman. No, he's like, Cat? She's like, Bat. Then he looks at Robin. He's like, Nightwing. He's like, Dick. He's like, Cuck. That would be awesome. Anyway, let's get talking about I had to do it. Let's get talking about the book after we talk about some of the people who are involved in this for the most part. We got Batman in More Than Wayne. This was actually really good. Steve Orlando, currently writing Wonder Woman, just got finished writing Martian Manhunter, who, by the way, is leaving DC's exclusivity contract. So he's actually leaving a lot of money on the table. He's still going to be working for DC. He's still going to be writing Wonder Woman. Good. But he's going to be considered a freelancer now as opposed to an exclusive for DC, which means he can start writing for Marvel, which means he can also start doing his own work. I'm proud of the dude. Like, who am I to be proud of anybody? But no, I'm seriously proud. I'm happy for this dude. You know what I'm saying? That he's going on to do his own thing. Anyway, we've got Orlando doing the writing, Greg Smallwood on art and colors, Clement Roberts doing, like, even the letterers are not the same in this book. So every single story, like 6 pages or so each, they all feel genuine and unique. And I love that about this book. You can literally get into a bunch of stories. You don't have to sit down and read this whole book straight through. You simply don't have to. And you go back and read some of the stories again. This particular story was pretty good because it's kind of like a 6-page or so take on Batman's Tom King's Batman run, right? You got like 86 book issues, whatever it is. You got a whole bunch of issues of basically Orlando telling King, yeah, you're right. Batman can't be happy if he's in love. And this was not with Catwoman at all. This was something entirely different. Catwoman has her own story later on. Can't buy me love. And agreed, because she can get her own stuff. She'll probably get it from you also. She likes your money better if she takes it rather than you giving it. But she, she had her own good story in this. That was written by Liz Erickson and Abel as the art. The Question is in this, good story by Ram V. Nightwing and Batgirl, that was a pretty fun one. Slam Bradley was in One Last Dance, which was fun. Batwoman had her own. Plastic Man had his own. Pied Piper, that was a fun one. And Wildcat, that one was particularly cool. I like that one because we don't get enough Wildcat stories. I'm also going to have to give the final story that's in here is Green Arrow and Black Canary, the Crimson Bomber. Okay, listen, I'm going to try and be really fair with this. When I say fair, it's because I want to give it more praise than I think maybe it deserves, but I genuinely really did like this. This particular story, this was written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, and you can actually go and check out a written interview with him. And it's a really good interview for all intents and purposes. They also, if you're not convinced that you're going to get this book, consider looking at that so you can see the first 4 pages of the story, because I think it'll convince you to buy the book just to see the end of that story. It's actually about Green Arrow and Black Canary. They're hanging out, they in love, and they're talking about how lucky they are. And then all of a sudden, there's a bombing in a school. And it's at midnight, though. So it's bad, but it's not that bad. And they talk about that. It's like, kid, you haven't done the worst thing possible. You didn't do this at 9 a.m. You did this at midnight. You know what I'm saying? So you weren't trying to hurt anybody, apparently, except yourself. And you go and check out that. You can check out those first, 6 or so pages, 5 or 6 pages. And then by all means, feel free to purchase the book because it was good. Paul Fry, who's actually a friend of Comic Book University on pencils. This is actually his second work. He did his first work was in Dog Days of Summer. He did the Rage Kitty, Dexstar. I can never remember the cat's name. He did the Dexstar story there, the Red Lantern cat. Yeah, that one. And also Mark Farmer on inks and Jeremy Cox on colors. This was, all in all, seriously, worth $10? I'm going to say yeah. I'm not sad at all that I bought this. I didn't get any discount on this or anything like this. I'm genuinely pleased with this book. DC has a way of putting out a Valentine's Day special or a Halloween special or just a summer special, all these little holiday type specials, you know what I'm saying, where it looks like it's just a regular old marketing ploy. They don't heavily advertise them, and it's literally just put out for anybody who wants them. If you don't want to get the book, that's cool. Nothing that happens in these books is usually considered like ultimate canon. Yes, you can always refer to them for one point or another, but it's not something where you're going to look back and say, oh, well, you have to get the story in order to understand so-and-so. No, that's not the way and they shouldn't make it like that. This is literally a standalone, hey, if you want to consider this a part of canon, there's nothing wrong with that. But this was fun. This was genuinely a fun comic book to just sit down and read. And the cover, you can just have so much fun. This is literally, it's like they took this and they're like, Professor Bill, meme this, fill in the captions for this. And like, okay. Loved this book. Definitely consider getting it. $10 price point. I'm not going to complain. You know what? Honestly, leave this on your coffee table. All right? Ain't going to be a bad thing if it gets hurt. And it's something that people can read. Have some fun. Maybe get a new comic book reader in there. I'm done talking. Professor, hey guys, real quick, I know your time is valuable. If you see a video at the end of this, could you please consider watching it? Even if you're going to watch your next video in another window on your phone or whatever, please consider letting the ad play through at the end from the beginning to the end, or in the beginning of a video, something like that. It's the only way that not just me, all of us content creators, that's the only way that we actually get paid from these videos. We don't make money by views or likes or dislikes or subscribes or whatever. The way that we make money is through that. So any of your content creators that you love, please consider letting an ad play all the way through. You don't have to click on anything, just don't click away from anything. That's pretty much it. And feel free to look at anything else that you see up here on the the wall, because there's that also. Anyway, guys, that's all I got to ask. Just consider for your favorite content creators, all right, the ones that you value the most, help them to actually stay in business and continue bringing you really great content, myself included. Thank you.